Good morning or afternoon. Hello, hello. Welcome back to more Magic the Gathering. I forgot to make a border still. I said I wanted one for... Well, hold on. Let me see. I feel like it would be too busy if I added a silver 1-2. Alright, let's take a second. Let's take a second. I think I opened Da Vinci and not Krita. That is 100% true. Oh, my frames. It's fine. Da Vinci, please. Da Vinci, please. Close. Krita. Let's see. We're just gonna do some quick. We're gonna make the background, it's gonna be great. Not even a background, just a border. Background, erase. Make a square. Insert a layer. Cool. Oh, that is way too large. Let's try a quarter of that. Cool. File, export. Oh no, flatten the image? That's crazy. Alright, insert source. This is gonna bother me if I don't do it right now. Add new source. Gameplay border. Where did you go? Whoops. Open EXR? No thank you. That makes so much sense. Done. Alright, now we can scrunch this and extend this as we need to. I guess I can crop, right? Yeah. That makes things a lot easier too on my own. There we go. Cool. Now I'm... okay. Almost everything is good. Yeah, we'll fine-tune that later. I say as I just didn't do the thing that I did earlier. But we are continuing to level up our Kefka deck. It sounds like, it looks like I have 2 points that I haven't used yet. I have a fetch. I have 2 surveil lands. It might be worth adding another fetch now. And why were snow lands relevant? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the board wipe. Blood on Snow. Because a board wipe could potentially bring back Kefka if we destroyed everything. Okay. But we were sitting pretty pretty. Like, let's throw in a fetch land and call it a day. I wonder if... Was Gemstone Caverns... It wasn't ever below Mythic, right? Oh, it might have been a Time Spiral Rare. Yeah, it was a Time Spiral Rare, so he could do Gemstone. If I had one. There's no way Tomb was, though. Also, I don't think I want Ancient Tomb in this deck, just because... Yeah, I know that rarity is Mythic Rare. What about the original rarity? I'm sorry, what? Why? Okay, hold on. Huh? You're telling me. So you're... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Where's Chrome? Come here, Chrome. Hold on. I'll need to see this. So you're telling me that according to the rules of my game, the rules of the challenge that I'm using, Ancient Tomb's an uncommon, because it was printed in uncommon in Tempest. I need to consult my friends to see their, okay, sure. I am in disbelief. What in the... Okay, sure. This is fine. This is fine. Alright, that detour is now taken care of. I don't even think our deck wants it. Our deck is so heavy into pips, like... we were talking about fetches, but... I guess it's our lockets and all of our ramp is color... I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this in the slightest. Let's transition back over here. So our choices between lands that we can add now are Ancient Tomb, which I love this art, by the way. This art's so good. And Fetch Land. And if we did add a fetch land, it would be Tarn. Is there a fetch land I don't have? Hold on. I don't think so, right? Oh, there's Vista, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Oh, Bloodstain's the other one. Okay. I was like, where? I know there's one that I'm missing. Okay. Well, that's a revelation I did not expect to have today. Since we can't add Soul Ring into our decks because it's not legal on Arena, do we go... Is our first add in every deck just Ancient Tomb? That's crazy if true. I still like Mirror Shell Crab. Mirror Shell Crab is a card that I feel like will take people by surprise. Really? Ancient Tomb is an uncommon at one point. That is fascinating to me. Alright, well, we'll cut Ancient Tomb for now. Ancient Tomb will be added later because that's only worth 1 point. Scalding Tarn is 2 points. And we can do Maestro's Theater. I kind of like... Hold on, let me look at these. So there's the Reveal Lands. Oh, maybe we do Shock. No, we'll do Shocks after Ancient Tomb, I suppose. Sure. We'll drop Maestro's Theater. Will we? But the deck thinning, though. Yeah, we'll drop Maestro's Theater and leave in Scalding Tarn, and that'll leave us with 0 points total available. I'm still in disbelief that Ancient Tomb, according to the rules of our challenge, can be added after 1 win. Alright, let me check this, move this gameplay border down below our points too. Because this only needs to go above you. Okay. Let's play some games. After we check our shop. Save and exit. We have to level up our list as well. I'm gonna save up my, I was talking about saving up my coins for Avatar. This is a really cool anthology though. It's gonna be going to Arena Anthology too. We got Grist. I've seen gameplay of Barrowgoyf now, so that's a terrifying card. Mopal, Renin 6. Ewit's finally around too, so we can bring Ewit into some of our decks once I get that. But let me level up Kefka. It's 33. No, it's 31? Oh, if it's 31, then I think I forgot to update my points. Let me go Maestro Citadel back. I trust my deck naming more than I trust me remembering to cut things. Tarn can go. But our deck is level 31. We need a couple more wins before we can add Scalding Tarn. But we only need 1 more win before we can add Ancient. Crazy. Wild. Okay. This is... I go first. They have the Oko that copies things. Draw 2 if you committed a crime. Discard card, otherwise discard 2. Make an elk. Do we like our hand? Yeah? Well, it doesn't do much, actually. This is better. Let's just go for it. I need to adjust my mic. Alright, there we go. I am tempted to just get card draw online. I think I'll go with that. Untap a artifact or creature, okay. We can do this. We can swamp cycle. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll drop the... they're doing clone stuff. Do we drop Cloak? I think we drop Cloak, because it's not lining up easily. And now we go surveil land and play it. This lines us up for Fear of Imposters. Negate will be huge too. I think they have bounce spells. I forgot they were in green. I thought they were blue-black for a second because I was looking at my surveil land. Okay. Let's try to line up my land drop, please. Oh, cool. Bottom you, top the other one. Draw, discard. I'm still tempted to have both of these, so maybe we do get rid of Crab. Crab is just so... okay. We'll drop Fear, I think. Because currently, we can counter anything they try. No. Disgusting. Do we play Kefka here? I don't think we do. Let's just keep doing things. That's actually huge for us. Okay, now we have some stuff that we can do. No. I don't know what they're doing, but I hate it so much. I love it so much, but I hate it so much. Alright, let's go Kefka. Kefka lands. Let's drop Nimbus Naiad, our enchantment creature. That's so much card advantage. I love it so much. Draw 3 cards. Play you. Swing in for 2. Fire Magic and Cranial Ram. I don't care about either of these. Bottom both. Huh. Let's just drop you. If they destroy Kefka, we can revoke Demise him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana? Something terrible is about to happen. Are they Viziering? Are they Viziering my Kefka? That'd be hot. Embalm Kefka. Sick. We drop. Surgical. No, that's an... oh, wait, hold on. We drop Revoke Demise? It's gotta be Revoke Demise. Yeah!
This is a Game Shop's jam.
Fascinating. So now we can... Alright, what's the play here? We can incise Kefka, yes. We can feed the swarm. Alright, here's the deal. I think we surgical as witness on Kefka. And then we feed the swarm their witness. Oh, we tap that so badly. And then we... do we just double hand attack? We could just double hand attack. We do that. I definitely wanted to hold full control. That's awkward. You may have this enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. I really wanted to hold full control and flicker again, but at least they didn't get rid of that, I guess? Hi, prime time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can full swing, fill hand. Each other creature you control becomes a copy. That's so cool. Fascinating. Well, let's do this then. Drop our theater. Play Dark Writ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, play Dark Writ. Play Packdoll. And we tapped horribly again. Thank you, Auto Tapper. So let's just play Ornithopter Paradise. That, hopefully the last card in their hand is not very good. Otherwise, we have made a huge blunder. They've already dropped right. Okay, they're Okoing. This leaves them in a weird spot, though, because they can't swing with Primetime safe. Alright, well, they can swing with Primetime safely. Sure. Nice. Let's... Surely now we strip the last card in their hand, and now it'll be something that they don't want us to strip, right? My thing loses all abilities. They discard 2 cards. Which is even better for us? Except he has Hexproof. They have gotten so many lands. Although, do we even strip them? Oh wait, we play Kefka and strip them of their last card. That's what we do. Right. How funny would it be if their last card was Wash Away? That would be hilarious. 2, 4, 6, 7. It does leave up our Undercity Sewer if we do this. Six, 12. We would just get 2 damage through. I don't think it's worth attacking. We hold back. Especially because they have 18 damage they're sending our way next turn. What did they draw? Oh, they're probably tutoring up Surveil lands now, right? Nope. Please don't just have Hoof. Please just don't have Hoof. Can they afford to swing? That was very nice. Okay. Get 2 lands. That's only at sorcery speed. Get 2 lands. Get 2 lands. How greedy is this? No blocks. This is just an extra turn spell. Alright, where are we at? That's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, this is huge, actually. They have a counterspell. That's pretty sick. That's real good. Good game. Because there is nothing I can do about that now. Wow. Oh, we almost had him. That was so close too. 5, yeah, we're just super dead. Oko's a cool deck. It leads into some of the least favorite things that I have in Magic, such as making commanders lose abilities, stealing commanders, but like clones are sick. They have 5 Primeval Titans. This is super sweet. That's so cool. Alright, maybe Primetime should stay out. Maybe Primetime's a bit too strong. Zamone's sick. I have her in. I'm very glad we got rid of the... Am I glad we got rid of Thassa? Like, it felt inevitable almost. The inevitability of this deck was crazy. On one hand, I'm sad that we didn't strip away their last card in hand, but it didn't matter because I don't think they did anything meaningful that turn. We wanted to blink our Kefka. Maybe we should have held back for a turn. And maybe that's the play that we should have done, is hold back, don't swing, keep our card in hand. But Auto Tapper just screwed us over so badly that game. It was like 3 or 4 turns that we were like, I can't believe I've done this, I'll do it next time. And then it happened again. Gilgamesh. We have 3 mana, a 3 mana rock, and a thing we want to discard. They have a really scary commander, but we'll keep this. Maybe we play retrofitted. No, it just does nothing. We'll do this. That's a good first drop. Drawbridge? Okay. Sure. I guess now we could comfortably do it. Because we have Nimbus Naiad? Yeah, let's do that. Leave up a blocker just in case they haste in something. I'm very scared now. Enters or attacks, they get to dig 12 deep, put any number of things into play. There's no reason to Mind Stone, so we'll just lock it. Drop sock and pop it. No. That was almost really bad. Alright, they're going up to 4 mana. Do they get Gilgamesh next turn? No. But they equip Sting. Sure. Nice. Heck it, very cool. That's super... Sure. Why not? Foreboding Ruins enters tapped, so let's just go Kefka. Discard our Nimbus Naiad, draw at least 2. Drop a land? Draw 3, though. Not a land, but we do draw 3. That's a Colossus Hammer. Okay. Okay, now we can do... Yeah, sure. Take action, back to the command zone. They didn't draw land, okay. We might have time. I can't do both, so we'll do... Oh, that's only creatures, I just realized. So we'll do Mind Stone for sure. 1 plus 3. We'll do Quick Study. We'll just do that right now, actually. There's no reason not to. Huge. Huge. That is actually huge for us. I was very worried about the drawbridge. Alright. Hi, Helm of the Host. Okay, you can attach one of the equipment. You can't attach, Homeboy. Good. Alright, we're gonna drop Mistvault Bridge, because it's an artifact land, and we know they don't have a land. But we're probably getting an artifact here. Yeah. And then we'll take their second to last card in hand. It is looking rough for the Gilgamesh deck now. They had Godo. Sure. I love that art too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna be a menace. It's fine. We're gonna drop... Still just a land, right? Okay. Now we'll drop Beat Stick then. Alright, full control. Pass to draw. Blink my commander. Did they get their land? No. Okay. Let's surveil. Red source. Windfall can go bin. I don't really care about that, but we will transform you. Sting leaves here, probably. Yep. We're gonna draw a couple cards. What 7 do I want? Time Twist is good. Malboro will end the game. Damnation, this ends games. 5, 6, 7? They did get a land. Oh, they exerted it. Haste. How bad? Sick. All right. That we die. Wait. Wait, we died. Oh no. Did we fly too close to the sun? Insane. Even if we held back one, even if we held back retrofitted, they still had Ultima Weapon to destroy it? That's crazy work. We simply outplayed. What can I say? They were a master in their craft, and I got schooled. I cannot believe they had the exact... it wasn't Xaxes, but it definitely was the exact 2 cards they needed to win the game. That's... Gilgamesh is a menace. Okay, maybe we can win a game. We went on such a hot streak last time, and this time we just got 20... We just got 26th. They didn't deal a single point of damage to us before that turn. Wow. I think if it was any other thing except for... Well, there are a few other things. There's like the... Embercleave would have done it too. They definitely had outs, and they definitely played to their outs. Alright. This is a bad hand for a 3-drop commander. This is a better hand. We don't have red. But we can yeet, Tidus. And line up a top deck. Sweet. We leave our black mana up. That was almost a mistake. Overwhelming Remorse costs cheaper now. Depending on what they do here, we might leave up Dark Writ, or we go for the turn 3 Dark Writ. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad for us. Let's do this. We'll keep that on top for now. Second artifact or creature. Yep, that's pretty good. Because Luminarch will get a counter, and they move the other counter onto Tidus, so they both are countered up. Okay. You should not move that counter. Okay, good job. Let's just blow up their commander. Right. Like, it's fine if they keep... It's not fine, but it's fine if they keep doing their things. Right. So we do Beat Stick, Fracture, Pop Tidus. This is an interesting matchup because they are just straight gas and we are just straight disadvantage on their part. Okay. I'm glad we waited. I am really glad we waited. Okay. We have to exile Arwen this turn. Insane top deck from them. How does this work if... I can keep Dark Writ, or... Hold on. If I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need. I'd need 8 mana. Okay. So we will throw Dark Writ here, I think. For Overwhelming Remorse. We actually can't afford to let them untap either, because what if they have a protection spell? Because if they had Tidus, Arwen, they had the, like, Lasaw's Sacrifice, or if they had the Flare of Denial, we would have gotten absolutely bodied by that. They put a thing onto Tidus. And they're gonna proliferate here too? Okay. This is tough. We need like a Damnation off the top. That is not a Damnation. Kefka doesn't help us here, so I think we just dig deeper. We can pitch Revoke Demise. Go lock it into Feed the Swarm on Tidus. Just keep keeping him off the field. Let's just do Feed the Swarm on Tidus. We're just gonna die to their buffed up creatures though. Turn 2 Luminarch's gonna kill us. Their commander costs so much and we haven't been able to cast ours once. Arwen's so good in Tidus. This was one of the cards that I made sure to buy when I was looking at what cards I could add before this deck even came out. I was like, I don't think they'll put Arwen into the deck because Arwen's kind of a specific card from Lord of the Rings. They did not. Arwen jumped up a little bit. Because you can put an indestructible counter on something, proliferate it, and then move that counter with Tidus later. That was something that would have gotten out of control so fast. Kutzel. Yeah, we're just gonna die. Kutzel's so good too. Wait, we gain a life. Maybe this matters. They have counter magic for Kefka. It's not often you end a game with Kefka where Kefka is on the back foot like this hard with cards in hand. Drop Locket. They drop Signet. Sacrifice a creature or pay 4. I think we just die. I don't want to sacrifice Kefka just into a counterspell because they had the 2 blue up. It might be something like a negate. This stops Luminarch from swinging this turn. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Hi, Ozolith. They put it on Kutzel. Swing for 5. They do the double swing. They full swing. Let's take them off mana, because if they have something now, they just have something forever. Like, this is probably just game. Yup. Yup. Take action. They did have the protection spell. Alright. Virus Beetle, go, my beloved. Boom, how do you like them apples? We'll cast Spark Harvest, but they do have the game here. Luminarch Aspirant's so good. Turn 2 into turn 3 Tidus. Pay 4 mana. Go! Hit him with a GG. That was brutal. I love Tidus so much. This deck's so cool. They seem to be on a similar vein as I was, although a little bit more in line with the... What is this? Okay, that's pretty cool. That's also pretty cool. Whenever a +1/+1 is put on a creature you control, seek a creature card. That card perpetually gets +1/+1. This ability triggers once a turn. That's... Alright. Alright, Tidus has some really cool arena-only things. Kodama's not a bad tech either. I think the reason I didn't have Kodama in mind is because Kodama's expensive. But no, Arwen is heavily in line with how I built my Tidus, where it was ability counters. So, like, Arwen enters with an indestructible counter, Den Recline gives you, like, First Strike Vigilance, or... Maybe it is just a choice of a First Strike or Vigilance token, but, like, there's a lot of ability counters that you can stack up, and the deck becomes very resilient. We've had a losing streak today, but we played against some really cool decks every single game. We got the Gilgamesh reverse Uno card. Okay. This is all gas with nothing to do with it. What's Vernwixit for? Start your engines, no max hand size. If you draw a card, draw 2 instead. This is bad. Better? They go first, though, is the issue. It is all of our colors. We do have a negate. We do have an artifact creature. I'm gonna keep this. Hello. Ooh, we got a 1/4? Spicy. That lines up our 2 to 3. Just gonna start their engines right away, huh? Yup. We'll go Island into Locket. Into Pass. I think they're tutoring for a land drop. Do they have a fetch land? Fetch land? No, okay. Could you imagine? Oh. Oh. Alright, well, they're gonna be at max speed, but we're gonna cast our commander. That's fair and balanced and even, right? Put you in the bin. Thieving Aven. They discarded Thieving Aven? Blasphemous. I don't have a way to deal with you. Oh, they're hurting for lands if they play Lonely Sandbar. That means we can probably discard Mountain. They're at max speed. This is fine. Sphinx's Tutelage. Huh. Choked Estuary, reveal you. Swing with both. Discard Mountain? Hot. Next to blockers. Next to damage. How bad is this if I let it happen? Because I can't get back Homeboy yet. Let's discard... I love all of my cards. We'll drop our island for now. That's really good. Yep. They did not share a color. They did not share a color. Very cool. You have no max hand size. When this becomes level 2, draw 2 cards. Okay. No. No, thank you. I'm good. Alright, let's incise. Strip them of their last 2 cards. Drop our Dune Mover because that's what we were trying to do. Do we... Do we Blood on the Snow? After combat? Drop Fear of Imposters because we have Counterspell? Yeah, I don't think they have an enchantment. Well, we know they're drawing too, right? Is there any reason to play... I don't think we're gonna lose, right? Unless we get extremely unlucky. So we can Gatekeeper, we have 3 mana left. We can Synthesizer, we have 2 mana left, which is Counterspell Magic. Let's just play Psychosis Crawler. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that... Oh man, goodbye Displacer Kitten. That's not a shared color. That's not a shared color. Draw 4. Yep. Sure. They don't share a color. 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 Thank you for milling all of my lands. I appreciate you. They draw 2. They'll mill 2 for sure, 4 for sure, and then up to who knows how many. They don't share a color. Okay. Awesome. Sweet. Is there a way we can win here? If only we had... Okay. Let's attack in with the team. Discard our Gatekeeper. That's fine. Play Surgical on... Hold on, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left after this. We can Fireweaver. We can copy Tef's Tutelage, or... that one? I think we Spark Harvest, for sure. Sack a creature, pop Vinwixt. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Is there anything we can do for 1 mana? Not that we want to. Because we are living dangerously already. We've got 46 in deck. So we'll drop these two. We just mill 4 here, hopefully. Yep, okay. And they have to do something here. I would like you to counter it unless you pay 3. Okay, they do. That's fine? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, that was, we got very lucky on not hitting a single Sphinx's Tutelage, but, if Water Crystal resolved, we would have lost. Because Water Crystal does stack with Sphinx's Tutelage, because it says, whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards, it will replace that with mills 6 cards. But it still checks if any of those 6 cards share a color. It is terrifying. And I love everything about it. Honestly, every single time I've played so far today, I've been like, I want 3 mana quickly. So Ancient Tomb is the truth. We're gonna do that. Crazy that it's an uncommon. Add you, cut... Maybe now we cut Maestro's Theater. Yeah. And Kefka is now level 32. New announcements, awesome, thank you. See if we can keep that momentum. We've had some phenomenal games today, though. Shamala Mala. Hold on. I can do that better. Sin, they go first. I have my colors and a 2-drop. Shamalamala. Shamalamala. Reminds me of like Mola Mola. Would you like to counter my 2-drop? They would. Do they have a way to kill my commander, is the next question. Ancient Tomb, hello. We play either of our cards, and that's... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? I'll drop Rook Turret. They're gonna drop a creature, right? Aftermath Analyst? Okay. That's not terrible. That's pretty bad. That's actually, real bad. Let's play Ancient Tomb and Laughing Mad. Drop our island. Okay. All of their non-land permanents they won't untap. Well, I will just swing in then. They had wash away. Alright. Take action. Do we take 8 plus 7? That's 15. Oh, but they can just get it back. There's no good play here. Oh, hi, Krish. We are on the struggle bus. There is no solid play here. We need to play our island so that we have Disruption Protocol up. Fascinating. But we are just dead. One, two, three, four. So we can do this and just draw a card, I guess? The issue is they're taking our, Ancient Tomb here, which, like, is fine, I guess. We just need to fish for a board wipe, I think. And Fireweaver is not that. Alright, they get back Aftermath Analyst. That's... No, they get back Rook Turret. I forgot they could target my stuff, too. We have a blocker, actually. So if they do... Laughing Mad. Discard Snow Cover... Nope, discard Dross Forge. Because I just destroyed 2 of our lands, basically. Hi, Sin. Alright, they get the Analyst, which is huge. Alright, what do you do, Sidisi? Block. Board wipe off the top? No. What do we have? Nothing of value. Well played on their part, by the way. We play Choked Estuary, we reveal this swamp. Any artifact or creature on the battlefield. Your graveyard. Been less interesting than yours? What's been going on with your day? I would like a Sin, please. We're just dead. They have Xaxes. Yoribesta Sea God is a very good card, and we were very slow on that. Hi, Sidisi. Hi, Lumbering Woldwagon. Swing out. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we will play to our outs. Whatever outs might exist, we don't have any. There are no outs, by the way. What, you think we're running Farewell? Kefka. Hit him with a GG. This was a bad matchup. I did not realize how, nutty that was. Sure. Welcome back, Lance. Had HR and legal play you into a call without warning or notice because apparently in the company's eyes you're a subject matter expert and not an absolute lunatic. Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention, rando. Put that land in the bin. I will discard a Cloak of the Bat. Yup. Yup. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded my Kefka, but that's fine. I will discard a land. You get a card, sure. And it's an artifact, too. Man, Phyrexian Metamorph's a good card. Yeah, believe it or not, all of your years of experience since college. Oh, I should have... Whoops, that's fine. I should have not deaded after all. Bring it. Hi to ball. Man, an 8/8 with hexproof is pretty good, believe it or not. Who would have thunk that? Our draws were just a bit too slow. Which, can't even say that being on the play would have been better because we would have been 2 cards down from the counterspell instead of just 1. Ugh. Sliver Weft? What? Hold on. Wait. What is this? Wait. This is... Hold on. I'm gonna keep... This is a snap keep. Sliver cards in your hand have Warp 3. Sliver creatures you control have, when this creature enters, conjure a random card from Sliver's spellbook into your library at random. Draw a card. That is so insanely hot. We'll go Thopter Paradise. That's so cool! Also, it has Warp 3 even though it's in the command zone, so that's useless. Spiteful, Hive Lord. Oh, please tell me Queen's in here. Lava Belly, Hollowhead, nice, nice. Dredgescape. Cloud Shredder's insane. Okay, just the first sliver. Cowards. We go Locket, Land, Signet? Yeah? And if they countered that, we went Surveil Land instead. Alright, end the turn. Mere Convert, hello. This does cost Wooburg. Kefka? Wait, hold on. Foreboding Ruins, reveal a mountain. Then Kefka. Paying Ancient Tomb mana. Wash away, wash away, wash away. Oh, it's just a tap line. Alright, they had me excited. I will be drawing 2 cards. Swifties is good for a following turn. I'm holding up Planar Incision, though. Scalding Tarn. They can cast it. I don't know if they want to, though. Also, warp for 3 colorless is crazy. I didn't even realize that. How the hell is a person with your background, level 3 state certified in OSHA? Cause it'd be fun. Also, why do you have I Wanna Believe posters from X-File? Alright, now is it they have an answer? Maybe? 2 removal spells, and I gain back all of that life I used Ancient Tomb on. Let's go. I would like to strip them of their last card in hand, too. Never mind. If that's the case, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will actually then do this. Negate is not helpful right now. Laughing Mad. Hold on, cancel. Ancient Tomb. Laughing Mad. Discard a mountain. Awesome. Sure. Sure, why not? You know what? Sure. Hexproof. Let's go. Alright. Things are down. Oh, they played a land. I will, yep, on the chin, right here. Okay, that's new. That's good. Kefka. Please, just take the damage, me. It's fine. Drop Scorpion for the extra card draw. Like, I need as much card draw as possible, I think. Do this, and don't attack. I think. Oh, so it, okay. Fascinating. Slivers have Menace. And it was the, and it was the top card. As for Sentinel. Okay, that's fine. On the chin. Okay. They're doing a very good job now of keeping their hand empty. Oh, and these perpetual, oh. Wait. Oh, Slivers have, when it enters, do a thing. Okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Or, like, that's actually really good, more specifically. Whenever another creature enters, this does a thing. Okay. What do you turn into? A 5/7? My guy, please, just take the damage. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. Do this. Auto-pay like that. Play Gatekeeper to unearth to make it bigger. No, play Locket. You can have the card? Do we unearth Gatekeeper, though? Attack. Discard land. Tef Pro is crazy. Yep, that's fine. Unearth. And do not equip Swiftfoot Boots using my 1 mana from Ornithopter of Paradise. Alright. Now they have... Okay. Are they gonna play the Vigilance one, though? That's the question. Also, Ancient Tomb is so good with Weftwinder. Weftwinder Sliver is so cool. It's a great poster, fits well in your I'm already disturbed, come on in sign, and copious amounts of Japanese Mokuhanga art. We see... Oh. This deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Okay. Alright, the Hellbent is turned off again for now. We desperately need a board wipe. We got lots of mana, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, unless we take 4 damage, and then we have 9 mana. Okay, and they're just gonna ping me on end step, probably. Let's... quick study. Huge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Let's ghost form the... Well, let's see what happens here when we swing with Cannoneer, I think. Because we can snow-covered swamp. Ghost form Kefka. Attack with everything or just board wipe? Attack with you. How do you feel about that? And this time we will leave the Ancient Tomb mana up. 2. So they have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. Because it was all a ploy. I was gonna destroy all creatures anyway. Decline. Strip their last card in hand. Take a... We'll drop Polluted Delta. I don't want to lose any more life than I already have. Yeah, that's fine. No. No, we will not. Thank you, though, game. I appreciate the sentiment. Yep, that makes sense. The worst one here would be... Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, the worst one here would be the one that... Alright. How bad? So if we transform, we go to 4. We can draw 5 cards, though. It's 8 to transform, 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 1, 2, 3 mana left. 4 mana left. We can drop Enduring Courage, keep up Fear of Imposters. Yes, I like this. Auto Tapper didn't screw me over this time. Hold. We do have to get rid of Mom, though, right? Or the other sliver. One, 2, 3, 4. We can't do everything we need. We can blow up Mom and play Thopterist. Right. That keeps us alive for unless they have the haste sliver. And we're playing to our outs here. Yep. Oh, no, it doesn't. We're dead. Whoops. GG. I completely forgot about you. The whole reason we wanted the counter magic up. Yeah, good game. Weft Sliver's sick. They actually made Slivers Matters, and it's not just, they made Slivers Matters, and it's not just first sliver good stuff. And or first sliver first sliver oops all lands. I know some psychopaths who would do first slivers all lands. Alright, let's see. Mythic. Please be a wild card. No, but it's a good card. I'm very high on Adagia. Adagia being able to copy a target artifact or enchantment is huge. Because, like, you can copy your Smothering Tithe or Rhystic Studies, or you can just copy a really good artifact, or you could have 2 Swiftfoot Boots. Like, I think the entire station land cycle is very cool. What a wild being that person must be. Yeah, I bet they'd probably be something like OSHA level 3. I don't think that we've had an uninteresting commander today yet. We cannot keep this hand. We can keep this one, though. This is a good hand. What do you do? When it enters, secretly choose a card in your graveyard, conjure a duplicate of it in your hand. If it isn't a land card, it perpetually gains flash. We have not had a uninteresting... Alright. I'm gonna keep this, because I've found myself wanting a board wipe at several points. Okay. Nasty's got flashy. Invasion of Amonkhet seems good. I would like more card draw, at the risk of them milling something good. What'd they mill? Baron. Oh. I milled lands and an exile spell, unfortunately. You desperately want that first sliver deck to be way more interesting than it is? What in your mind would make it more interesting, then, is the question. Like, it has a very straightforward strategy. I don't know as that I could process what would make it different. Are they gonna cast Nashi? Oh, and Nashi has Ward 2. Okay. Ooh, that's a bunch of lands. They can get a land into their hand, too, from Nashi. Fascinating. Argoth. Blanchwood, mill 3, put a land this way into the hand. Town Greeter, so they're just... This is weird. It's like... Sultai Landfall? I don't really want to destroy any of their creatures. Like, they're fine, right? That one, though... Okay, I might take a Chupacabra next turn. Sure. Pass the turn. Yeah, you got it. Does Nashi fly? No, Nashi just has Menace. They have 6 mana counterspell. Maybe not. I think they do, though. Also, I'm stuck on 3 lands, and that's bad. It might be... Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure. Ah, they want my invasion. Let's attack their hand then again. Ulgor? What the heck are you? Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them in your graveyard. Whenever card is it perpetually gains when this card leaves your graveyard and make a zombie. No? Maybe no. How bad do I care about that? I'll board wipe. I don't think they want... Yeah, they want to leave that in there. Sack a creature, pay 5. Shifting Woodland's good for them. Maybe we did attack their hand too hard. Maybe it wasn't worth blinking there. I would have much rather preferred Tef's Time Twist in that situation over Essence Flux, though. Because then I just wouldn't attack, I would have left it up, and then we could have done it again. Because there's no reason attacking it if it won't flip, probably, right? What is this? Make a bear, mill 3. What is that? Is it Locket? I have land. What now? They have a lot of cards. They have 19 cards in their graveyard. Huge. Huge. Let's drop Blood on the Snow against my better judgment. No, let's drop Spark Harvest right now. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then we'll drop Undercity Sewers. Because it's a tapped land anyway. We probably see Nashi... Oh, Nashi this turn, right? Yeah, into get Ravenous Chupacabra, play Ravenous. I would assume. They could also get... I don't know, what do they want here? Play lands from the bin. It's either Ravenous or... maybe Baron? Ravenous, Baron, or Conduit of Worlds? More lands that do things other than B lands. You have every mana in the deck, which helps. Yep, that makes sense to me. You should have waited. Take action. We still have Arcane Signet, which is huge for us. The sack lands help ramp First Sliver. Unfortunately, you can't use the town cycles. Destroy all creatures. Do something spooky. That's pretty nice. Get Nashy? Get Nashy. When it enters, right? Just when it enters? Nashy get back invasion sounds good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 mana. I can Nashy get back invasion. Invasion gets but it has ward, unfortunately. Nashy invasion bounce boots. The issue is I can't. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Nashy. Nashy gets. You have ward 2. I could just blow you up, right? But that doesn't actually seem good. Refurbish Familiar. And I don't know what your last card in your hand is, so I'm just gonna do this. And pass? Okay. And they got that guy? Cottage isn't terrible. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to block. Yeah. Here. But we are just dead to man lands next turn, right? I think we might be. Because they can turn on both. Oh wait, no, I destroyed their Restless Cottage. Okay. Revoke Demise on Nashy? What in their bin has Menace? Nothing. But it can. They can bounce my thing. Alright, Revoke Demise, Phyrexian Metamorph. I have a Nashy. Get back. Ooh, what do we get back here? Sack a creature or planeswalker, destroy a thing? Exile a thing. Let's get back Spark Harvest. And pass. This is tricky. This is a tricky match. You also have the Gates and Maze's End for the win con, Thespian Stage, Merit Lage combo. You should have land option. Pass to blockers. What would you like to go? Probably Nashi. Yeah. Nashi is interesting because, like, the mind games of what do I have in my hand? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. What did you get? A Cursed Marauder? Sure. Titania. When Titania enters mill 3, where's Titania? There you is. Sure. Titania doesn't have Menace, right? But Nashi does. But I don't die to Nashi. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are a lot of lands and you have a... That's really good. We need to get rid of that Conduit of World. Drop Fireweaver? Oh, this is so bad. This is... we're dead, actually. I guess we're not dead, because we can block Cottage, and if they turn Shifting into something else to attack, we just take the damage, right? Well, actually, hold on, it could be a Titania. We have to block, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be forced to block here and take 4 anyway. Oh, Conduit of World. Play a Cursed Marauder? Swing with Cottage? It's not a bad idea, I guess. Nashi. Flash in, play a Cursed Marauder. That's even better. And you've got to flash it in now. Do we Spark Harvest now? Hold on. 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spark Harvest, sack a creature, pop you. Autopay. Take action. I have a Gingerbrute. We are fighting for our life right now. Just an FYI. I need like a Bajuka Bog. I really do. Yup. Yup. Oh, please play a fetch land. Oh no, they played Field of Ruin this time. They put it on top. That makes sense to me. They got Ravenous Chupacabra, almost certainly, right? Almost assuredly. Sack Locket, draw 2. Alright, I will give them the game. That is... good game. Shifting Woodland is such a good card. Yep. Start target creature and opponent control, so it couldn't even have been me. Nice deck. Nashi is so... okay. It wasn't that Nashi was hard to deal with, it is that Shifting Woodland plus Conduit of Worlds in the bin is such a good combo. That was so cool and so difficult to deal with. Because I did counter the Conduit of Worlds, but I just couldn't deal with them turning a land into it every turn. Well done. Well done. Nashi's a cool commander. We've gotten some heaters today. You have Gates and Maze's End for the alternate win con, Thespian Stage Merit Lage. You wish you had a land option to reanimate a creature or recycle my grave. I go first with Surgical. Imrith. Secrets of the Key, invest... oh, okay, sure. Sure, I suppose. Why not? Let's just slow roll. Like, we can play our fear later when something important hits the field. Sure. I'm actually perfectly fine with that. Yep. They let it happen. Stop bouncing my thing. Stop it. Yup. Uh-huh. This Imrith deck is absolutely slow rolling things. Nice. Sure. Word 4, huh? black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep up Imrith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That pays... No, I need 6. Sure. Crazy, imagine that. Actually, if I had Dark Ridded, it would have been fine. Sapphire Medallion. I can't do anything about that. 4, 1... Or we can give them 2 cards and go... Dark Rit... Metamorph. Let's just cast the Metamorph and pay the 1. I would like to tax them. I also didn't realize they were tapped out. We probably could have destroyed their commander, Imrith. This is a weird one. Because they are very clearly winning and in the lead. So we have to make them use Plaza of Heroes here, right? We can sack our Gatekeeper to do it. They can also just let it go, right? But we can do that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana up at that point. Or we can give them a card. I don't know, we've got decisions. Of course, we don't have decisions if they just, like, Psych Rift. Oh. Okay. Pop Commander. Sack you. I'll give them a card. Back to Imrith on top. Okay, they choose to leave Plaza of Heroes intact. That's good for us, honestly, because we can't counter Imrith anyway, right? They don't want me to draw a card. Don't think I won't. I'll block the heck out of you. Just an island. We're still in a very awkward spot. So we can do you into Dune Mover, put a land on top, right? How bad is giving them 2 cards? Like, Imrith, if we give them 2 cards, Imrith's just a 5/5 beater in the sky, right? Stop bouncing my stuff. Good game. That one I will concede to, humbly. Masterful bait. We should have just tapped Arcane Signet. That's the 2nd or 3rd time in a row now that I have let my mana tap the rock, or not tap the rock, rather, when I could probably just let the thing be bounced and instead just worry about whatever else they cast. But they were for sure just slow rolling until I was tapped out and could play to extra turn spell. There are a few, Windfall, they go first. I don't have meaningful ramp. They care about, okay. We'll yeet this. Yes. Definitely returning that. Still have to return that? We'll keep this. Put back Kitten and Crab? Yes. That was a tough one. Play you. We have our turn 2 down as well. We have our turn 3? No, we don't really. Play you. Pay you. I'm kind of glad, but also sad that we don't have, like, more 1-mana bounce anything spells. Or flicker anything spells, rather. Ren is problematic. Ren is very problematic. Because if they counter our commander, they just ultimate Ren for sure. Is the play we just don't care? It can't be we just let Ren resolve, right? That's just a losing game. They're reading Kefka, they have a counterspell. Actually, maybe they aren't reading. Maybe they don't have a counterspell. Yeah. Well, I need to check the Moxes and see if any of them were at rare. Hi, Kefka. Drop a land. Like, it just makes sense. They did... Oh, mana value 2. Counter target spell with mana value 2. Huh? Yarsil is crazy from what I understand. Right? They made their tap land a thing. That's really bad. That is really bad. I think we just gotta let it happen, right? We just have to, like, let it happen. If they kill it this turn, they kill it this turn, and that's fine. Like, I guess. It's not fine, but it's going to have to be fine. Yup. Immediate ultimate into probably immediate cast, right? Or do they get greedy and try to keep it around for a turn? It is a decision. Alright, they try to keep it around for a turn. Yup. When it enters, make a lander, Arid Mesa. Okay. Why are they thinking so hard about this now? Ah, Flare. Hand. We're gonna lose. This game is basically over. Because we're at 5 and they're at 24. We have done nothing meaningful. Synthesizer, I suppose? The flare was huge, too. Wait. Wait. Autopay. Sack you. Hold. We're still very, very close to dead. Alright, Nimbus Nad, calm down. You... we're just dead, right? I guess we're not just dead, but... You may cast a spell with mana value equal to the intensity. If you do, the intensity increases. And they have a 2-drop. Is it any spell? Oh, good game. Eshki is very crazy. What? Oh. Eshki's good. Yarsil is also very strong, from what I understand. No blocks. That was brutal. Did I get maybe too afraid of the Ren? Even if I didn't, they just had answers, right? They went... We couldn't do anything because we spent turn 1, play a tap land, 2, played this land, pay for it. 3, played this, they played Eshki on that turn. 4, we played... Kefka. Right? Yeah, 4 we played Kefka, it got bounced. 5 we played Kefka, it got bounced. And then we just died on turn 6? Yeah? Yeah, I think that just kinda happened. Sometimes you just don't have it. You know what? Hold. Let me check a thing. Pauper legal? Incredible. Excellent. Wonderful, even. It might be bad, because we're just gumming up our deck with, tap lands, but I have gotten hit by too many lands or too many Graveyard Matters decks today to not do this. And it's a common, so we can just swap it. We have played against so many interesting decks today, though. Nashi was sweet. Nashi was super hard to deal with. I think Nashi and Eshki were probably the most difficult decks to deal with. But what was the other sick one that we played? I don't know. We have not played against, like, any of the top tier, like, any of the crazy decks today. I like this if I get a black source. I'm willing to throw the game. Wait, what's our VOD? Our VOD's a 2-drop. Hold. If a creature died this turn, perpetually gets +X is the number of creatures that died this turn. Perpetually triggers if it's in the graveyard. We have had some crazy cool commanders. We can't keep this. This actually does nothing. This, though is a hand. Black source? Yeah. Let's play Silver Bluff this turn, so that next turn we can Virus and then blink it if they try to kill it. Let's just play Virus. Envelope can go. We're not really hurting for mana. Oh, we can't play Virus. Right, tapped land. Right. Okay. I am concerned about veto. It's 2 to equip? Okay. Whenever another creature enters or dies, you gain a life. Hello, Decliny. How's it going? They aren't looping yet. I'll hold on to my beetle friend. Live in La Vida Loca? Let's... Thopter of Paradise. And just pass. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Send the team. Let's block here. And block... Yeah, let's do that. Never saw a Magic the Gathering match before? It's very interesting. There's a lot of mechanically fascinating things happening. We're probably losing our Ornithopter Paradise here, right? They can afford to sacrifice the token. Yep. Alright, if we get a land here, that's huge. I'm down to 8 already, by the way. Whoops. I can take something good from them, though, right? No, that's probably terrible, actually. 8. They'll just make me sacrifice if I play you. This creature or another artifact you control enters. Thinking. Let's just play the real one. It's you. We'll pass. They probably have a kill spell for it, right? Or they just activate veto. Yeah. extend the team. We do this. They don't gain life, but we are still not doing great. I think we're dead, right? Because if we do this, we gain 1. If we do this, we gain another 1. They just swing and pass? I don't think we have an answer besides... No, we don't have any answer. Okay, let's fish for an answer. The numbers, the words. Packed doll doesn't keep us alive. We're just gonna die to a, we're just gonna die to this guy, which just does a bunch of things. Good game. So the goal of our deck, let me break it down for you a little bit. If you've well, actually, hold on. We're gonna have to take a step back. Let me go to my list after we lose this game right now, and then we will. That would have been good. And then we'll do a thing. So, have you played any card games before? Any variety of games before? I don't think Uno and poker would help very much. Except poker, you bluff a lot, and you bluff a lot in this game too. Let's go with a basic breakdown. You try to get their number to 0. You try to keep your number from reaching 0, most of the time. You have resources that you have in the bottom here. These are your lands. They are what you use to cast your stuff, pay for your stuff, do things. You can put one of them into play per turn. You're friendless, so no. This is an online game, so it works out if you are interested, and it's also free. You can put one thing into play for free, and you're always welcome to chill out here too. You can put one land into play for free, and then if you have a spell you can cast it. So this costs 1 black, so I could use something that produces a black mana, like a swamp, and I could cast it. It would let me blow up something in play. This, for example, is a creature, so it sticks around in play like these guys all do. And then you can attack with them or block with them. The goal of my deck, this is a very wordy card. Basically, I only care about the first part most of the time. When this guy enters, we both discard a card, and there are a bunch of different card types. There's the lands you saw, there are things you can cast at any time, things you can only cast on your turn. We'll both discard a card, and I'll draw an amount of cards equal to the different types of cards I discarded. Or that we both discarded. Also, that's an Elish Norn, disgusting. And so, we basically just do that back and forth, hitting each other or trying to... My deck tries to deprive them of cards in their hand, while I keep mine topped off and nice. I did that, but I also died. So that did not work out super well. What else? Let me see if I can... I don't think I can sort by card type. But there are a lot of cards in Magic. And so I have restricted myself initially to... You can see on the right here. Things have different rarities. So there's like a little gold symbol here on the right side in the middle of the card, where there's like a black and white one here. I could only use the black and white ones when I first started. And I kept adding better and better cards as I won the game. It's a lot of stuff. You kind of just start simple, play things, reduce life, win. I am also using one of the more wordy cards as my leader, or commander. But basically, you try to do a bunch of cool stuff. You try to stop them from doing cool stuff, if you're a menace like me. Oh, okay. This is another wordy card and another menace. Exile a thing. Do a thing. They go first. I have VV, or they have VV. I don't have black mana either, so we have to put that card back. I can sack a creature or discard a card. Okay. So we have some good stuff. We have lands that we can play. Some of them enter tapped, so we're gonna do those first. That's a pretty good land. That land adds 2 resources of any color, or of colorless specifically. 2 resources of colorless. Which colorless, it can only be used for these numbers, or if it has like a weird little diamond symbol. Let's tutor. Let's get a surveil land. Dune Mover's good here. Dune Mover's actually really good here. We'll swing in. So we've got a little guy that can attack right away. This guy will let us put a land on top of our deck, which is great because we need a land. We want to hit lands every turn, at least for the early parts of the game. Okay. Their commander lets them activate an ability once a turn and add a bunch of resources. It's really good. We can't Dune Mover yet. How bad is it if VV sticks around for a turn? I think they have a spell they can cast. Sick. Never punished. But it's equal to its power, and its power is 0, right? So that's not bad at all. That's pretty, actually, unscary. Well, whenever they cast a non-creature spell, so not this, but any of these cards in my hand, it gets bigger. Uh-huh. And it deals me a damage. That too. So now they can activate it to add 4 mana. And I fear for my life. Because I have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total right now? Yeah, that's fine. Things hurt. So there's those summon and attack cards? Pretty much, yes. There are some other cards like this. This isn't a creature, but it sticks around when it resolves. Now, if they have a counter spell here, we just lose. Because this is an artifact. It can equip to their creature, and their creature would just get indestructible. So my destroy spells would not work on it. Creatures can tank damage for you, yes, if they can block. We're so dead. We're so dead. So I cannot block there because this creature is actually in the air right now. They gave it a spell that gives it flying. Cast you. I think they're just going to activate One Ring. I think they're bluffing a counterspell, otherwise they would have countered Mithril Coat. I think. Maybe. What do we need, though? We need a black source? No, we have 2 black sources. We'll grab a blue source still. Put that on top. Sacrifice a creature. Blow up you. Please work. They would need a 1-mana counterspell. That also works. They just chose for it not to exist. Good game. So they're playing a bunch of very... Basically, their entire strategy is to get this guy on field and stay on field. So they have spells that make it go away if someone tries to kill it, or make it indestructible if someone tries to kill it. And then the rest of their deck just makes it big. They give it +3 power, +1 defense. So now it's very big, very scary. But I don't think I could have done anything differently. Right? Because I left up negate the turn that I could destroy Vivi. And they probably had... I believe they probably had this the whole time. Which they could cast at any time, because it's an instant spell. So that one was rough. But for example, if they didn't have this card on the little guy, and they attacked, I could absolutely just block and not take any damage at all, because they trade. This creature doesn't have an ability that lets damage go over. I'm glad I held negate, though. Because, like, I thought about negating one of their other spells, the pump spell plus the scry, and I was like, that long-term does not seem very good for me. But there's a lot of cards in Magic. The game has existed since the 90s? I think 93, maybe? They go first. I can put a land on top of my deck. I can blow up something, but it's gonna hurt like heck. I don't think I can keep this hand. This is worse? This might be worse. What do you do? You may exile your hand. If you do, you draw 3. Each creature has a merge equal to its mana cost. Okay. 1 card to rule them all. Yes, that was the One Ring from the Lord of the Rings, actually. They did a collaboration with that IP, I guess is the way to say. Man, I am getting nothing good. We're gonna have to keep this, and this is bad, and this is bad. I just don't want to go below 5 cards in hand. So their commander is really big, and it costs 9 mana, or 9 lands. However, they do have a thing where this other cost here, they can sacrifice a creature and it will reduce the cost by that much. So we're probably gonna see this turn 4? Maybe turn 5. Okay, they did nothing there, so we're absolutely seeing it turn 5. Maybe not 5, it's fine. Are commanders' passive stat alterations or just cards? So your commander over here, it can be any legendary creature, or on the online version, it can also be a card type called a Planeswalker, which we'll not talk about that for a minute. We'll talk about it right now. So this is a Planeswalker. It is a permanent, so it sticks around, much like everything. And they have a number down here at the bottom. This is their loyalty. So they'll enter with that many counters on them. Damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. Okay. I can't destroy you, right? No, I cannot. Can I do anything with you? Nope. We will get to that in just a minute. That gives it back. Okay, so you can activate the ability and you'll either put on or remove that many counters from this thing, and you'll do that effect. So the +2, you'll put on 2 counters and go get a mountain, which is a land. And then the -3 will deal damage to a creature I control, equal to the number of mountains they have in play. This has to go away. This one will go. This is so bad. Let's cast Quick Study first. This is so good for us. Okay, so we can sacrifice a creature to blow up a planeswalker. Thank goodness. Because they're -7, you could activate that, and once you have 7 or more counters on it, you could subtract to get this ability, which just says, hey, you get a thing that you can't get rid of. Whenever a mountain enters, this will deal 4 damage to anything. It's really good, and I was very afraid. But I didn't want to cast my commander because they would have just played a land, minus, blew up my commander, and still played this creature. Are they going to Harrogast on their second main phase? They like the cards in their hand, I think. So this turns any resource that typically doesn't do anything into also 4 damage. And so that is why Planeswalkers, usually you don't want to stick around. Alright. So we are not doing much. They have so many cards in hand, and we have not been able to cast our guy. I don't think I will next turn unless I draw something that is multiple card types, like these guys. Okay. Now I will do that. Because this is a big, chunky guy. It's a Turtle Warrior. But it also costs, it also counts as an artifact and a creature. And they discarded a land, so I get to draw 3 cards instead of just 2 cards. I'm not going to attack. There is no reason to attack. Okay. Ideally, all right. Unideally, I will be taking some damage here because they just have 6 power that are both flying. I cannot block them. This happens. I want them to use this guy. I want their hand to be really bad. Their hand is not really bad. Noted. Dragon Egg, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay. They played Aetherflux Reservoir. Whenever you cast a spell, gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. Pay 50 life. This deals 50 damage to anything. We'll swing both. We will discard probably this. What does this say? When it dies, make a 2/2? Okay. Yeah, probably our destruction spell because it makes us lose life equal to the cost of the card. Okay. So commanders, they can be any legendary creature. But they also can be cast from a special zone, the command zone. And when they die, you can put them back there, but they cost 2 more to cast again. Ether Flux is really popular. That last game with the little guy, let's blow up everything. Pay 5 mana. We'll blow up everything. We'll return our commander because that is how this card works. We will strip them of the last card in their hand. They're probably going to choose the top effect to play 3 cards instead of making 3 treasures. Yes. And now we will drop this artifact because it is not useful to us in this situation. Yeah, that makes sense. We're good. We could bring this back, but it would go away. We could sacrifice this to draw 3, but we'd have to discard. 7, 8. Yeah. Sure. Incredible. Whenever this creature attacks, destroy a thing. I'll reveal a mountain here, so this enters untapped. 8, 9, 10. They can give it... Okay. We are once again in a state where we need to get rid of a thing on board. It is very scary. In fact, I think we just die. Alright, so this symbol here, down the little foot icon, is trample. If this attacks and we block, all of the damage just goes over. Like, anything that isn't 3, so like if they swung and we blocked with this, they're gonna blow this up anyway. But we could block 3 of this damage instead of the full 8. Alright, we are now very dead. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Good game. That was a heck of a top deck. Because originally I was going to... I have this guy, which this is a creature, but it can enter as anything in play. And so I was going to have it enter as this. Because they had 0 cards in hand, I was like, alright, I can just dump my hand, cast a bunch of spells, gain that life back, and then they cast this and blew up my commander, and I was like, this is how it ends. This is how it ends. But no, this is a very popular card, especially in decks that cast a bunch of spells, like that little guy deck, the last game that we played. The guy that, got really big all of a sudden. Because that likes to cast 4 or 5 spells a turn, so they'll gain 1 they'll gain 1 life, plus 2 life, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. They can get to 50 very quickly. Ooh. Crack my back and neck. Big stretch. But yeah, since you can use any legend from all of Magic, you get some very cool commanders that you can use. With very, very weird abilities. Like this one that we're playing against, for example, which I am probably losing. That's an ability. I can't do much, but it can block. Okay. Like this commander. This commander has Commander Ninjutsu. decline. It says, whenever a creature attacks and isn't blocked, you can instead pay 2 mana and put this card from your command zone into play, attacking instead. And whenever they deal combat damage to a thing, they'll rip a card off the top of their library and will take damage equal to that card's cost. Oh man, that's fine. But since this has Commander Ninjutsu, and this is an ability, not its cost, you won't ever have to pay the additional costs to cast this spell if it dies. You can always put it back in for 2 more mana. Aqueous form, sure. Oh, this is so bad. We just took 2 damage. Oh, we just took 4 damage there. Awesome. Sack a creature or pay 4. Free beat the shit out of your opponent's spell? Yes. You can block it normally, but they have made it unblockable. And this says whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, this ability will happen. That makes us lose life. So, they're going to manipulate the top of our deck here. We're going to take 2 damage and then probably just die. They left both on top. We are probably just dying. How bad? Show me. Oh, it's just a ninja. Oh, that's River's Rebuke. Okay. I would like to blow up your creatures. Okay. So, the weird thing about this deck is you kind of just gotta keep everything off the field, otherwise you just lose. What is this? It's a TMNT? Tycho the Patient Avalanche. Enters tapped. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it didn't die, look at the top card of your deck and put a counter on Tycho. Whenever Tycho attacks, you can pay a color. Target attacking creature can't be blocked. We're so dead. We're so dead. I think we're just actually dead. Make a samurai. Alright, we're dead. Target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. This is just gonna die anyway. Oh no, they're just gonna pay the mana. So we're taking 5 guaranteed. They make this unblockable, I can't block anything, and they just put this into play instead of this. We're still taking 5. And they get to look at the top card, and we're taking 6 now. They put that on bottom. We take 0. We take 0. Okay. Hold. They're just gonna play out a bunch of little guys. We're very dead. They're scrying to... This is a... Oh, this is so good. They topped both. This creature enters, they look at the top 2, can put them in any order on top or on bottom. What is this? This wasn't even a lands am I right game. Oh. Okay. Sure. We'll discard you. And we'll blow up, sacrifice a creature, pop you. 25 versus 4, who will win? I've had games where I got to 1 life and didn't die. This is not one of those games. I will be dying right now. Because I'm going to 2. They need to reveal a minimum of 2 to kill me. Okay. What happened to their... What happened to their River's Rebuke? Please. All I required was mana. Now we are dead because we can't do anything to block. So even without like a good rip off the top, we stayed alive much longer than I expected. Nice deck. Hit him with a Dancing Raccoon. Oh, yeah. This golem is actually a ninja, believe it or not. Now it is, at least. Okay. You know, I did call it as the game was starting. I was like this commander, which we're getting smacked by. Usually commander, actual commander, this is a format called Brawl, but we shorthand it to commander. In paper and in other formats online, it is a multiplayer format in the sense that it is up to 4 players or beyond. You can play 6 or even 8 if you're a masochist. But usually it's 4 players. In a 1v1, certain commanders become much better. The commander's freaky looking, though. That was actually concept art for Yuffie. From Final Fantasy. So they took the concept art and just slapped it on a card and called it a day. From Final Fantasy VII. Some of the concept art cards are great. Others are more questionable, like that one. Okay. We go first. They have the 7-drop Atraxa. We can put the top card of our... Make it the top card... Okay. I'm gonna keep this hand, because this is a good curve. So we're going to... Noodle Arm, it really be. We're gonna play our artifact that we can equip to a creature later. And then turn 2, we're gonna play our creature, and then turn 3, we're gonna equip it and hopefully connect. But we will get a swamp with this card. Yes. Snow-covered swamp on top of our deck. Now, if they blow up this guy, we'll just play this. It's fine. They probably will, honestly, because it's toxic. Yeah. It was just such a good resource for them. We'll just make them discard a card, and we'll draw a card. They hit 2 lands and a mana rock. I think that's good for us. That's really good for us. Let's play our commander, because we can do that. Alright. They can remove our commander immediately. Yup. Put him back in the command zone. He now costs 2 more, but the ability still happens. I will discard this card. but they're being choked on resources so much that I don't think that they can stay afloat for very long. We'll play Ifrit. Drop a card, draw a card. Play Swifties. Connect? That's pretty good. So Swiftfoot gives our creature the ability to not be targeted, as well as the ability to attack the turn it comes into play. Do they have any good creatures in their bin? Nope, not really. Yeah. I was gonna say, they are so far behind now, and if they miss a land drop or an ability to cast a spell, they're not casting their commander, which costs 7. That's one of the drawbacks of really expensive guys, is that they have powerful effects, but you have to work harder to get them. I actually have this deck in paper. It costs 7. It doesn't have red, so you can't use any red cards, but it can use all of the other colors. It's a 7/7 that flies, doesn't tap when it attacks, so you can still block with it, kills anything it touches, and gains you that much life. On top of that, when she enters, you'll look at the top 10 cards of your library and reveal a card type of each type, so like instant, sorcery, creature, artifact. You can put one of each type of those into your hand. So the reward, the payoff is, it's worth it. It's very much so worth it. We just curved off super well against them and they didn't get a land. But that gives us a point, up to 33. And we have one that we can spend now. I enjoy doing degenerate things, so it is correct. It is right up my alley. I would probably use this one more, but this one looks cooler. The most recent set that they came out with was space themed. So we've got funky looking aliens, we've got religious wars happening in space, the usual, planets, etc., etc. What's in the shop? Nothing I want. Okay. On to the next one. But no, Arena, this is Magic the Gathering Arena. It's fully free to play. You can spend money to get stuff. But if you were to play the game once a day, you can get a pack of cards, basically. You have to play a couple games to get it, most likely, but you can get enough resources to get one pack a day. Now, these are the kinds of hands I like. Do we go first? I think we do. So, the ideal in Magic is you want to do things every turn. So, we're playing a tapped land on turn 1, but that's fine because we can use it on turn 2. Then we have a 2-drop, then we have a 3-drop, and then we can do anything else too if we wanted. You into you. And when we cast our commander, we'll discard this enchantment creature. I don't like you. We will discard this enchantment creature. I'm gonna keep Moonsnare in hand because I can activate this ability. We'll just chill. These lands are sick. That's terrifying. So they're playing a deck that cares all about these equipment that you can attach to creatures, and it gives them additional buffs. We're probably losing our commander here, right? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Swords to Plowshares. We'll drop an enchantment creature. We played a land for turn, so there's no use in doing this. Oh, they just deal 5 damage, okay. Since we waited a turn to cast our commander, we can then just do it again next turn, so not a problem for me. We are taking 10. top or bottom? So, okay. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. We'll play this. We'll play this. We will play our land for turn, which I think will just be this tap land because we don't have anything we'll be able to do with it anyway. Well, let's... yeah, we'll do that. We'll exile their graveyard, that's fine. We'll sacrifice an artifact and blow up their commander. Will we? Yeah, we're gonna have to chump block. That's fine. And then next turn, we can, at the very least, we're gonna have to take this damage. Oh. We're dead. Are we dead? No, we're not. I forgot that, this guy buffs everything else in play. Okay. We're gonna take the damage. Because it has trample. Now our masterful plan happens. This guy says at the beginning of my combat, or my upkeep, I'll put a card that costs 0 into my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just do that. We'll probably see Brunor here, right? I would assume. Alright, now they're in a weird spot. Okay. Play land. Cast commander. We are going to get hit for so much damage this turn, so I need to be able to deal with that. Discard this 4-drop. Play this card. Play this card. Pass. Commander hits field, attaches Blackblade for free. Blackblade for... oh, they can just do that too, right? Alright. Oh, it has protection from my commander's colors. I forgot about pro-black. So we are taking overflow damage that is lethal. Oops. Completely forgot about the sword giving protection from my commander. So that's one of the interesting strategies about, these are called Voltron decks, is that you can destroy the creatures, which usually that works in most decks, is you destroy the stuff that's good. But with these decks, the equipment stays around, so they can just put those back onto things. So the actual answer there, I guess, would have been... it might have been better to, instead of bouncing the... instead of bouncing the token itself, I could bounce the thing that gave trample back to the top of their deck, and might have bought me a turn. Because that... they might not have been able to do everything, but I really needed an answer there. This is one of those cases where their commander is a planeswalker. And they go first. I don't know if this hand is good or bad. We're going to keep it. I just realized I don't have blue mana. This hand is very bad. Until your next turn, whenever a thing attacks you, they discard a card. If they can't, they sacrifice an attacking creature. I played the wrong land. Whoops. I guess we're doing this then. That's their +1. Oh, we're dealing with it right now. Okay. They're accepting one of his offers. He's a broker. They gave him +2 draw a card. That is a thing that they can do? Well, we will be smacking Davriel this turn. We will also be playing this card that gives us a body that we can hopefully keep Davriel off field with. They have no max hand size now. I love these backs. These sleeves are cool. Vaporwave style. So, this guy's funky in that it is a card that does not exist in paper because the -2 does a bunch of very weird things in that they permanently give them effects. Alright, this is one of those times that I wish I processed what I had. They will cast a removal spell here on the little guy. Yes, they will. And I cannot do anything with this. Alright, they probably do the thing again. We probably see a -2 here, a +2. This guy is playing Davriel very different from any other deck I've seen. Mindstone, okay. My turn, okay. Equip 2. It's a 5/3. I'm gonna do this. Oh? Forage. Destroy a creature. Why am I not running that card? Okay. Damage. I am desperately, desperately in need of a blue source. I am so very badly in need of a blue source. Are you gonna blow up my 1/1? You're gonna exile my 1/1. Okay. We see their commander again. No, we see a Davriel. Oh, it's that guy? I didn't even... Okay, hold on. Pause. I did not realize these were the same character. I only just realized that right now. Sure. Please let me draw an island. Thank goodness. Alright, we can now do things. I will be dropping this. Their Davriel is better than my Davriel because their Davriel has +2 draw a card. That was pretty good. Would you like to blow up a thing? No, you will wait. Okay. I'm good to see that go. I'm very glad to see that go. I don't think they have a way to get it back in black, but maybe. And now we are in a position where I am at advantage because I have better card in play than they have. Alright. They are now getting rid of my commander, almost assuredly. They search for any card and oh! Nice! Now that's a bomb. I will drop you. Draw 3, nice. Move to damage. Yeah, yeah. So, we had finally stripped them of all of the cards in their hand. This card that I played, the printed card, says you can have this creature enter as a copy of any permanent in play, except it's an artifact in addition to its other type. They tutored for a 4-drop and cast it. This is the One Ring to rule them all. When this card enters, if you cast it, gain protection from everything till your next turn. You think this match was longer than the others? That's because I had a chance. That is because I had a chance. I think they should have cast this guy again. I think the turn that they played this Davriel, they should have gone with this one and instead accepted an offer and then a condition. I didn't know that was the same guy. Also, that kind of looks like a Predator. Like, Alien versus Predator. Not like, person who rules government. Anyway. So the One Ring draws an absurd amount of cards. So we both had one, and I think I was winning that race. Because I had a doggo that gave haste. They might have been able to... I don't think they could deal with the One Ring is the issue. But I do think that they weren't out of the race. I don't think that they should have scooped there. Because at least see what you draw on your next turn, right? Because you get to draw 3 cards and see if you find an out. And if you don't find an out, you can cast your commander and see if you find an out. But we have another point that we can use. So I'm just going to mark this down to 0 and mark this up 1 to 34. Because I'm going to go in right away and swap some things around. We can finally do that. Since you've hopped in, we have not been able to. Okay, 1 life. I am making my mana better so that I can do better things. So right now I will be dropping a blue source and instead putting in a card that lets me go find a red or a blue source. And this isn't something that the game does, this is just a set of rules that I crafted for myself. So since these have the yellow symbol, also I didn't realize I'm on rares. Since these have the yellow symbol, I can now add these to my deck, but it costs 2 points. What did, I don't think there's any card in this in Magic in these colors on this client that let me transform my guy for cheap. And I can't do... okay. Yeah, challenges and stuff. Stuff and things. This is hot. They go first. I have a turn 1 to turn 2. Hello. Their commander is also interesting. They care about basic lands, so they will have a lot of non-these lands. Strike creature or planeswalker. Sack an artifact to do so. Sure. That's fine. I probably could have been that, but I'm worried about them having a good 3-drop or 4-drop. Oh, there's Undertale playing. Land into rock. I probably... okay. I could have done... and it probably would have been better there, actually, to do this guy instead of this. Because I don't have a 4-drop that I want to be casting. Yeah. Yep. And so that would have allowed me to try to find something earlier. Did they go land, commander? Land. Land. Commander? Okay. Yeah. When this enters, make a thing for each basic land they control. This is so bad. This is so bad. Sack an artifact or creature, blow up their commander. They can just cast him again next turn. Lands, am I right? Please don't tell me. I could just do that too. Okay, that's a tapped land. That's fine. They're doing the ability. Yep. Oh. They're not. We are not winning this game. Let the record show we are not winning this game. I'm so jealous. They're gaining life, they're playing land. I'm so jealous. I mean, I could do that too, but... oh. Will pass. Oh, I should have attacked. Wait. Yeah. Take it. Take it. Coward. Alright. We will be countering their commander. Fascinating. We will be countering this guy. It's so bad. They're gonna make a lot more plants. We are never connecting for the entire game. And they get to just make... So this is a good card, because this lets them play their lands from their graveyard. And if they haven't cast a spell this turn, they can tap this to cast a spell from their graveyard. If they do, they can't cast other spells this turn besides that, but that's not an issue. This is letting them get so many lands from their deck, because they can just play these lands that get them lands from their deck instead of having to draw them. This is not going well. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, end me, please. I think they should have kept that. I think they should have just played their commander, honestly. But... Aw, yeah, baby. Dark Rit into commander. We're so dead. We're gonna drop this Gatekeeper. They're gonna drop something. I can't do what I want to, which is stop the red guy from coming back, but that's fine. Because we got our commander out, and that's something I didn't expect this game. Sure. You want to sacrifice this land, right? No? Okay. They officially don't have a hand, but they just have this, so... Level 50 is going to take a while. Depends on the day. Some days we have extremely hot streaks. Other days we don't. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you got it. Uh-huh. Oh, I forgot about this ability. We're very dead. Right. Like, I think we've had... maybe 3 wins today. Yesterday we had 9, 10, maybe 8. I think 8 or 9. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright, well they're swinging with 16 trample damage. So that is something worth noting. I think we had 8. I want to say 8. We're dead. Okay. Now that's a bomb. I got my Kaiba emote ready. Search for 2 basic land cards, put them into play. If they had stopped there, we would have been fine. But they had a card that was pretty good for their deck, believe it or not. It's so bad. Yep. We had a combat trick, that's fine. We'll block here, because this would be optimal and we almost lived. But hit him with the Kaiba. So close. Honestly, we did better than I expected for being stuck on 4. If there was a... I guess even a board wipe wouldn't have worked, because board wipe they just get back this guy and then make a dragon every turn. We needed an exile spell. It was close. Not close to winning, but close to stabilizing. What time we got? 2:13? I'll run one more and then we'll call it for the day. But there's a lot of like mind games. 52 health. Yeah, that is not even a life gain deck. That was just kind of a deck that happened to gain life. Okay. This is fine. Assuming we get lands? This really isn't fine. This is better. This is much better. We'll bottom one of our mana rocks. Because I would much rather hold on to something that can get rid of the board. What are they playing? They're playing a combine card. When this enters mill 2, then bring a card back from your deck. Or from your graveyard. At the beginning of your first main phase, if you both own and control this card and another card, you can pay 5 and combine them. Hi, Fanatic of Ronus. Surely they won't cast a 3-drop for something, right? This card can add 4 mana if you have a big creature. Okay. Multiple of the same cards can be cast. In Brawl specifically, your deck is singleton, which means you can only include 1 copy of each card. I'm so glad I waited. Because their deck is hurting my body and soul, but that's fine. So you can only include 1 of each non-basic land. So these are basic lands. I can include multiples of these, but they can only have 1 Fanatic of Ronus or 1 Scorpion Sentinel. In the 60-card format, tough. Oh, I forgot they were a black deck. They're living... Oh, they don't have... Ooh. Oh. A deck with 3 Ether Flux cards would be fun. I realized I discarded things I didn't want to. That's fine. I'm going to get rid of this spell that I can cast. They dropped Bojuka Bog. Interesting. Because I'm going to next turn play this card, blow up everything, and then play this card to get rid of their graveyard, which they care about. Yeah, they had the black source anyway. Mill a card. Damnation. Mill a card. Palantir of Orthanc. Okay. Each player sacks a creature of their choice. You. Do you have a kill spell? Search for 3 creature cards, put them into your graveyard. Oh no! What will I do? Those are funny creature cards to put in your graveyard, opponent. I was gonna say, you don't want to attack with that. You'll lose your board. We will grab the red Surveil land. That can go to the graveyard. Well, we're gonna put that on top so we can discard it. Next to blockers, next to damage. We'll cast the board wipe. Blow up everything. Put my commander back in the command zone, yes. Play Bojuka Bog, exile their graveyard. We hit some good cards. I'm so glad that they tutored their best 3 cards to put into the bin. That's a portal to Phyrexia, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it enters or attacks? Just an enters, okay. So we... Can't believe that BMW sponsored this background. What do you mean? We're actually going to just completely disrupt their hand. Because I don't want that 9-drop coming back. So we're just going to play this. Oh. What do they have? What? I'm so confused. I am now... What? Okay. Should I have stripped that last card? Oh, the icon. Okay. You're seeing the cross. Got it. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Rise of the Dark Realms was in their, was their one card that they had. Return all creatures from all graveyards into play under your control. That makes a lot of sense. Boots of Speed. I don't know if I've been healthy since we've played Kefka enough to transform the back of this card. Diamond Weapon, huh? They get back a land. They play a land. Play you. Put you on you. Exile you because I'm going to lose this card anyway. Hit you. You drop your last card in hand. I draw one card. We'll play Cranial Ram. We're sitting fairly well, actually. Yes, I will cast you. So when she attacks, remove all counters from one target permanent. That is irrelevant. I should have used Blitzball. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, draw one, lose one. They're on the back foot. I'll just play this to draw my, discard this land. It just replaced itself, that's fine. I remove no counters from anything. And they're at the whim of their top deck. And they got rid of 2 board wipes. I believe we have one. It probably was actually better to just hold Kefka as the front side, because now they get to keep this card. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, but I think we're still fine. I was just excited to use all of my mana. Well, they're forced to block vanilla either way. So they're roping us, I think, which is just running down the timer until it automatically runs out to waste our time. Not often that I get to flip Kefka, though. The backside of Kefka cost 8 to flip, which is why it tapped everything I controlled. First off, everyone sacrifices something, and then you transform Kefka. And the backside says, hey, this is in the air, and whenever an opponent loses life on your turn, you get to draw that many cards. It's pretty cool. There is exactly one Kefka combo piece in my deck. That being... why am I not thinking of it now? It's not Phyrexian Revoker. Psychosis Crawler is the name of the card. I'm just going to level up my deck preemptively. This might be doing the victory dance before the game has said game set match, but I think it is likely. Oh, because I just have 8 of it for sure is getting through. 10 of it for sure is getting through. I'm gonna draw 5 cards. Yeah, okay. If it automatically sacrifices Vanille, even more rough. But they have successfully roped out and conceded at the end, so it was intentional. But yeah, that's I'd say that's a solid day. We got what, 4 wins today? Better than some days where we went a whole stream and got 1 or 0. Oh. But I hope you were enjoying that declining. I'm gonna hop out today. That's gonna be it for the stream. I'm gonna be back on Wednesday. We are going to continue our we're going to continue the definition of insanity, which is we're still on the we have not made it very far in our Hunter run. We have not made it past Sky Islands, and we keep dying, so that is what I will be doing probably Wednesday and Friday, and next Wednesday and Friday, we'll see. But for now, I hope you guys take care of yourselves. I appreciate you hanging out and chatting with me for a little bit, Grish, Declining, and take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week, but most importantly, remember to tell the people you care about that you love them. I'll see you later, bye.